Can you recall the day when Lehman Brothers, one of the largest and most esteemed investment banks in the United States, filed for bankruptcy? The date was September 15th, 2008, a day that would forever be etched in the annals of financial history. But why did it matter so much, and what was the global impact of this single event? Lehman Brothers had been a titan of Wall Street, but the cracks began to show in early 2007. The bank found itself heavily exposed to the subprime mortgage market, which was starting to falter as borrowers defaulted on their loans. By mid-2008, the bank was teetering on the brink of collapse. Despite frantic efforts to save the institution, on September 15, 2008, Lehman Brothers declared bankruptcy. This marked the largest bankruptcy filing in US history and the climax of the subprime mortgage crisis. As news of the collapse spread, stock markets around the world plummeted and a global financial crisis was triggered. The fallout was immediate and severe. The collapse of Lehman Brothers led to a sharp drop in investor confidence, a credit freeze, and a liquidity crunch. Essentially, financial institutions stopped lending to each other, causing a seizure in the global financial system. This in turn led to a worldwide economic slowdown. Countries around the globe felt the impact of the crisis. Many fell into recession, with job losses and housing market collapses. The world saw the dark side of globalization as the collapse of a single investment bank in the United States led to a global economic downturn. In response, governments worldwide took unprecedented action. They implemented bailout packages, stimulus measures, and slashed interest rates in attempts to stabilize their economies. Central banks engaged in quantitative easing to restore liquidity. However, the road to recovery was long and arduous, with many nations facing prolonged periods of sluggish growth and financial hardship. Reflecting on the Lehman Brothers saga, several key points emerge. Firstly, the collapse underlined the risks associated with excessive leverage and complex financial products. Secondly, it exposed the fragility of our interconnected global financial system. Finally, it highlighted the need for robust regulation and risk management practices. In summary, the Lehman Brothers collapse was a pivotal moment in financial history. It ignited a global economic crisis, prompting governments and central banks worldwide to intervene on an unprecedented scale. The fallout from the collapse was far-reaching, affecting economies worldwide. It served as a stark reminder of the risks inherent in our global financial system and the need for effective regulation and risk management. As we look to the future, let's hope that the lessons learned from the Lehman Brothers collapse will guide us in building a more resilient and equitable global economy. Because in our interconnected world, the collapse of a single institution can have ripple effects that reach far beyond its home country. The events of 2008 are a lesson we cannot afford to forget.